Hello everyone, Amanda here, thanks for joining me today. So I'm here to share my vintage travel journal. It's completed, so I thought I'd come and share it. This is a design team project for the Graphics Fairy, but there will be a video going up on their channel in March, so I decided to film for my channel now. So this is 108 pages front to back. We've got a heavyweight chipboard cover and a beautiful collage digital print front. I've used mostly the Graphics Fairy from the premium site called European Travel. It's a lovely kit. Some really nice collage sheets, plenty in there for you to, you know, get going with a vintage theme travel journal and then add to it. And as you can see, I've got other vintage things that I've added as well. So we've got this closure. I'm not 100% sure on this, so I was going to glue it to the back of the cover, and the idea was it looked like luggage labels, and then I also wanted it to look kind of leather. I don't think I quite pulled it off, but yeah, so I've left it so that the owner can slide it off, so it can be used or not, whichever. Okay, so we've got this lovely just ripped and inked sheet of collage already done, all the work done for you, collage sheet pre-done. I mean, it's beautiful. What more do you need? And I wanted to home in on this lovely picture of these children because I think it's a really endearing image. So it's got hidden binding, so I've hidden it in there. It's my favourite way of doing it. So let's get inside. 108 pages front to back, like I say. I think I have shown this pocket before, which is made from the collage sheets. We've got some faux stamps in there and some envelopes and postcards, which is like fake correspondence. So everything's of a kind of a vintage feel. Tried to kind of stay within the kind of Victorian, but there might be a few things that are completely historically correct. So we've got tickets that I've printed out, fake maps. I've got videos on that. I've just added a bit of washi tape to this little paper clip here, and I've done some stenciling. I've got a new stencil here. I'll leave a link below where you can get it from. This is by Sam Poole, Creative Expressions. Love stencils, so I've used that throughout. Okay, and then these are digital prints. So I've got a video on how I did I'll just show you this one and then I won't show the others. I've got a video on how I made this, which is just copy paper, but I've made it look like it's old, like it's genuine vintage, or as close as you can get. Alright, and then that's just concertina folded and held on with a paper clip. Alright, and then on the next page we've got, this is vintage Michelin travel kind of guide that my friend gifted me. Now I've not used the original, I've photocopied it because I can't bear to part with the original ephemera, so it's photocopied and double-sided, and it's for France is that one, it's Paris. Paper bag for putting your tickets and your memorabilia in, and I've left loads of writing space, you know, because it is a travel journal, and it, you know, so you want to be able to write every day what you've been doing. So I will say this journal does already have a home. It's going shipped out today. Lady contacted me before I'd finished making it and asked if she could have it, so it's already sold. So this here is that lovely, is one of the digital pages with those lovely children, and I've told myself that they are sat at a train station waiting to go to Disneyland Paris. Again, it might not be historically correct, but I'm not bothered, or Disneyland in Florida or wherever. And we've got here 2 fake Disneyland tickets that they're like stickers, I think. I just thought it was fun. And then here I've used some tea-dyed envelopes, and I've made side pockets with little index cards, and then at the back of the index cards there's tickets, and I've made some tabs. And there's quite a lot of these there's one in each signature, so there's plenty of room for adding things and tucking things and whatnot. So that's I've cut that from the kit. And then, so these tucks are literally just scraps of the collard sheet that I've ripped to fit. They've been backed with book paper to make them stronger and then just glued on two sides. You don't have to do complicated pockets. So there I've just printed out the photograph of those two children again, rounded the corners and inked it. I just thought it looked lovely. So here are the centre of each signature, because I've not put loads of pockets because I want it chiefly for writing. You know, day to day, as somebody goes on the jollies, as it were. So the centre of each signature's got one of these double pockets made from my vintage atlas, and this one's got the journal card. I did a video on how to make that, and then we've got a digitalised vintage postcard of Venice. I've actually been to Venice, it's beautiful, and everybody told me that it would smell. Well, it didn't smell when I went. It was lovely. It was very, very hot, and we went on a gondola, and it's the most beautiful place in the world. It's absolutely stunning. So anyway, this is one of the quick stamped tags that I made from these little manila tags. Super simple, lovely. Okay. And you can tell that this is vintage because some of the countries that are on here, if you look, are called completely different things now. It's quite interesting. Right, some more tickets. This is Tim Holtz washi across the top. We've got another envelope here and I've just slipped some tickets in, and this has got the shaker in, and I did this on a video as well. I just thought it was a bit of fun. And you can write on the back of it, so it's still functional. And it slides in there. Let me just pull that off. Okay, more stenciling, beautiful. Paper bag for putting things in, some more of that. There's just a little photograph of what looks like an oriental style lady holding one of the lovely, you know, umbrellas, and then a ticket, fake tickets for, I don't know if they're travel tickets or whatever, and they're just clipped on so that the owner can either take them off and collage with them or whatever they want to do. Okay, some more writing space, and then here we've got days of the week for you to just maybe jot down where you've been each day. Okay, here's another of the aged maps that I did. This one's a map of Europe, and we've got some little bus tickets there just tacked on. Okay, there's a map of London there, paper bag. So I've used the digital pages from the kit, so you will see them repeated. The signatures are laid out quite similar to give consistency. And when you're making your journal, you don't have to do every single page different. You know, you can repeat pages, and I just think that's lovely. So here's one of my favourite pages because it's all little clusters of things, and this, I just love how this sits in this, and all it is again is a ripped rectangle of collage paper glued on two sides, and then this just actually sits nicely and tucks in, and all it is a little bit of index card, stamped number and a fake ticket stapled there to leave that little bit, and so then it just hooks on like that. And I just think I don't know why, I just really love it, excites me. Right, so here we've got some more tickets, another one there, transportation ticket, and in here we've got another one of these little index cards that you can write on with the little tickets in the back. Okay. So here again we've got another pocket. This one's got a different, where's this? I don't know where that is, to be honest, but it looks lovely, doesn't it? And I used a postcard stamp that one of my friends sent me to turn it into a postcard. And then here we've got another of the labels, and then this is like a receipt. Greek Sponge Warehouse, so maybe they've been to Greece and bought some sponges. And that's the receipt for it, because you keep receipts, don't you, when you go on your holidays of boxes full of stuff. I should make one and fill it with all of the genuine travel ephemera that I've got, because I must have a box full. So again here I've done another one of these little envelopes. I love how it's turned out. I've just used a fancy label punch there for that shape to make it a little bit different, and then just punched half of it. So we've got another of the file, you know, these little file cards, which are brilliant, cheap as chips to buy. And then in here we've got a little tag and a little, I think that's like a ticket for a baseball game or something. Okay, and then on the back here we've got a little ticket receipt and a cheque. Okay. Again here, more ephemera. Don't know quite if that's to do with buses or what it is, I'm not sure. And then we've got an admit 1 ticket, and then here again another transportation ticket. That is part of London. Okay, more of the writing, so you've got plenty of space to write where you've been. Another aged map that I've done, and then just tucked in here, tucked underneath the map and over the page, is a vintage letter. This is a photocopy of one of the vintage letters that one of my friends sent me. So I've got the genuine copy of this, but I'm not using it. I'll photocopy it forever and a day and just keep it because I can't bear to part with it. But there we go. So that's a handwritten genuine letter. I think it was like 1924. Yeah, 14th of June 1924. So it's nearly 100 years old. Well, that in. I've made that about an hour ago. Right, so more transportation tickets, more of the journaling, another one of these lovely ones, and then I've stamped the word destination, which is from the Tim Holtz set. I've got one of these little journal luggage tags. So this image is on Graphics Fairy and I've downloaded it, and now I can have it whatever size I want. So if I want it really small, I can just shrink it down or print it like 6 or 9 to a page. Print it out, and then I've just backed it on card to make it sturdy. And if I want it big, I can have it as big as the page can do what I want. Another one of those. It's got tickets behind, a little bit more stamping. Another one of these, and I know this is not historically correct, but I've recently been to London, so I just wanted to add something in from a trip that I'd recently been on, just to add a little bit of a touch. And then here is like a print of a park in Chicago, and then on the back there is some of that vintage Michelin about Paris or France. There we've got another postcard. This is Normandy. I've stamped there to make it look like an actual postcard, and then here is another receipt of payment for something. 1888, that one. Okay, and then here I have often shown my little box. I'm just going to show you now. This is my oddments box, and I've got 3 of these. I've got one which is oddments, which is tickets and labels and things like that. Okay, I've got one with similar, but they're all animals, mostly birds and butterflies, and I've got another one which is all flowers. So they're all digital prints or whatever I've got hold of, or ephemera or stickers, and that's how I categorise them. So these are all my small ones, and I tell you what, all them hours of fussy cutting, and I have spent hours fussy cutting, has come in really handy, because now when I make a journal, I've got all of these little bits and bobs that I can just add on. So it's well worth spending a couple of days creating yourself one of the, a couple of those boxes. So this idea here I got from, and now I can never remember people's names, and I'm not saying that to steal ideas. I'm genuinely have trouble remembering my children's names. I think it was Jackie. Is it Spragg? I want to say Spragg, and she does the most beautiful journals. I don't know what her YouTube name is. It might be her actual name, and she uses a lot of genuine ephemera. Goodness knows where she gets it all from. Her journals are beautiful, and I saw that one time she had an envelope, and it was a genuine vintage one with all the address on, and it was ripped, and she just used it as a pocket, as like a flip pocket, and I loved it, and so it just stuck in my mind. So when this envelope got ripped, I thought, well, I can still use it, and so I did, and I think it just looks nice. And I just added a bit of stenciling on, and then yeah, so I think that looks really nice. Let me just move that further in so that it shuts nicely. Okay, so you pick up little ideas from other people, don't you? I love it, me. More stenciling. We've got a little train there. More map. Don't know where that is. Let's have a look. Where's that? Oh, whoops. Russia. Oh dear, sorry. It's Europe. But my eyes just caught the back end of Russia there. Not a topic we want to dwell on today. So that's a little Tim Holtz one. More stenciling, and this is a digital collection page from the graphics fair. And there we go. So that's it. So that is my travel journal. Hopefully I was completely in shot, because this all just moves about. It drives me bonkers, but there you go. So that will be winging its way out today. I hope the lady enjoys it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.